In the last video, we saw how translation moves shapes by translating the grid instead of just moving shapes with parameters. So in addition to moving the grid, you can also rotate it with the rotate function. And this function takes one argument, which is the number of degrees that you want to rotate by. In the version of Processing.js that we use on Khan Academy, all of the functions that have to do with rotation default to measuring angles in degrees, but they can also be configured to measure angles in radians, the standard unit of angular measurement. If you want to use radians instead, you can set angle mode equal to radians. And you want to make sure that this is at the top of your program so that all rotations afterward are measured in radians. When we talk about angles in degrees, we say that a full circle has 360 degrees. When we use radians, we say that a full circle has 2 pi radians. If you want to review or learn more about angular measurements, you can go to these links on Khan Academy. These are also provided in the description below. Let's try something simple, like rotating a square 45 degrees. First, I'm going to remove this and set a new background equal to just white. And notice how I use one value here. This one value controls the brightness of the screen, or of the background. And without any other values, all this controls is the amount of white color or the amount of black color. So when I use fill 194, this is more of a gray color that's sort of in between. It's not quite white and it's not quite black. It's gray, it's in between. So no stroke for no strokes, and then we'll set the rectangle position to 4040, and there we go. And now down here I'm going to create push matrix and pop matrix. Whoa, I really messed up that one. There we go. But before we put anything in here, why do we even need push matrix and pop matrix? Well, in the last video, we discussed that what these do is they actually kind of separate the code inside of them from the rest of the code after and before. So if I use rotate right here, like rotate 45 degrees, nothing else will be affected except the code that's inside of the push matrix and pop matrix. So I'll go ahead and fill this with 0 and rectangle at 40, 40, 40, 40. But uh-oh, what just happened? Why did this square get moved off the canvas? Well, one thing I see is that we're still measuring in radians, so I'll go ahead and set that to degrees, but we're still off the canvas. Well, let's think here. The square did not move, we just rotated the grid that it's sitting on. As you can see on the rotated coordinate system, the square still has its upper left-hand corner at 4040. The correct way to actually rotate this square would to be translate it to 4040, or translate the grid to 4040 and create a new origin at 4040, and then draw the rectangle at that origin and rotate around it. So now the upper left-hand corner of this rectangle is drawn at the origin of this new grid that's defined inside of these matrices. So we rotate 45 degrees and that's what we get. So that's how we can use rotate combined with translate to translate our shapes. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe for instant coding tutorials. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.